Hi everyone, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about my first trip or tour in Washington D.C. I arrived here in the States on January 13th, and because of Corona and cold weather, snowing and everything, we haven't really had any outside experience much except for our neighborhood or the birthday trip we took to Ocean City, Maryland. So although I say I live in Washington D.C., I had never really been there except for the first airport and the drive back to home. So on the way I saw Pentagon and Washington Monument from far, but it was like after 11 p.m. so it was really dark too. So on February 6th, almost 1 month after or 3 weeks after I arrived, and that was a weekend, and everybody was kind of asleep and I had free time in the morning because I woke up early. I decided to drive my own car to park near the Washington D.C. and walk. I usually walk 10,000 steps. I try to do it every day, which is about 7K. And I wanted to try a little bit farther than 7K. When I was in Korea, I used to do 10K or 15K or 20K on weekends. So I thought that was the best time for me to do that. So first of all, I got on my car, which is new car that is different from my really old scratched car in Korea. So I was really nervous to drive. I mean, it's easier to drive in the States because the roads are bigger and the parking spaces are wider and bigger, but still it's a nice car, so I didn't want to scratch or anything. So I drove using Google Map, and first I went to Theodore Roosevelt Island Park, and there was a parking lot. It's not a huge parking lot, but since I went there early in the morning, I think it was 8:30 or 9, I don't remember, maybe 9, there wasn't too many people. I had enough space even to choose where to park, so I parked my car, and I got off, and there is a river, Potomac River, so I crossed the bridge to go into Washington D.C., and that's how I started my exercise. And the first place I decided to go is Lincoln Memorial. I walked 20 minutes from where I parked my car, crossed the bridge, crossed the river, and came to Lincoln Memorial, and I saw the statue inside. And then what I have on the other side is Washington Monument. This is the kind of scene that I saw only on TV, news, movies. So it's so surreal to be actually here. And I live close enough to come here on a weekend. So I visited there, and I don't know, when I was walking towards Washington D.C. and I planned to go to Lincoln Memorial and the, what's that? Reflecting pool, I think, and Washington Monument. So that was the America, that I see on media. So I was so excited, and automatically in my head the US national anthem was playing, like, oh, say, can you see? And then I was like, here finally I am feeling I am in Washington D.C. And when I visited Lincoln Memorial and I saw the Lincoln sitting there, I mean, seeing Lincoln, it wasn't really special because I went to University of Illinois and we had, was it called Lincoln Hall? And we saw the statue of Lincoln too. But I think that Lincoln that I saw in DC is the first Lincoln I learned about from my middle school English textbook. I remember, you know, the same famous phrase that Lincoln mentioned. I think we learned in middle school English textbook, and I think we learned about the capital of the U.S. is Washington D.C. And I remember textbook, the English textbook talked about cherry blossoms, you know, gift from Japan. So finally I went to Lincoln Memorial and saw Lincoln, and I felt like, wow, like the memory from middle school and now is connected. And back then I didn't think I would come to the States and visit this place. I mean, I wanted to, and I really liked the English and everything, but well, I wouldn't even imagine that I would be living in the area. So it was a really special moment to visit that and to see the pool that I saw in movies or TV, news, and it was so huge. I mean, it's not that deep, but still so huge and a lot of amount of water. And I was like, wow, who thought about this, you know? It's so nice. It's simple, but I don't know, really special feeling about calmness. And I was amazed about this creativity or just the idea to make this. Then I went to the next place I went to was National World War II Memorial, and there were pillars and each state name was there, and I saw that, and I walked to Washington Monument, and it's really simple but nice and beautiful. And I thought, what still, you know, oh, it looks better to see from far away than to see it from close. I thought that's what I thought. It's more beautiful from far away with the pool. But anyway, then I went to the White House. I don't know. I expected to be able to see it, but there was black fence around White House, and I don't know if it's the usual thing or is it because of the more strict security because of what happened in Washington D.C. But so I couldn't take a picture of the White House without the fence. It was difficult. Like I tried different angles, but in every picture I had the black fence. So I was, yeah, it's a White House, but with black fence. And I was a little bit sad, but maybe I can go next time, sometime later. We won't have fence, I don't know. And my Google map, I wanted to go back to the parking lot. The Google map told me that I could go across the park in front of the White House, but I think because of this, again, high security, I couldn't go through. So I have to walk all the way to the south and walk back. So that took me longer than what I expected. And but in the end, I walked 10K. It was really nice to walk the city rather than driving through or I don't know, just going one spot and visiting another spot next day, because I felt like I really felt the city, although it was weekend morning, so not so many people were there and it was quiet. And also I didn't even go to the capital, so you know, and I didn't see the whole city, but still it was really nice to feel the every step when I was walking and seeing people, seeing the nature, nice parks, people walking dogs, people playing frisbee, and birds flying. Yeah, it was very peaceful moment to walk in the American capital. Then when I went back to the parking lot, it was 10K. And 11 o'clock or close to 11 o'clock. And there were cars waiting for parking spots. So I was really glad that I got there early. So I want to do this from now on regularly on weekends. Maybe not necessarily the city every time. I could try Potomac River trails from different spots. But I want to try Washington D.C. long walk on weekends. So yeah, today I wanted to share this little adventure that I did. Drove on my own on freeway in my new car and walked 10K in the city with no tour guide, just with my Google Map and Nike app. Yeah, it was really nice experience, adventure. So I wanted to ask you, what kind of adventure have you done, or have you walked in your city to feel something different, or have you done long walk in your city? Yeah, that's my question. Maybe that will give you different kind of perspective, different kind of experience. It doesn't have to be your city, but have you toured new city or different city on foot? Yeah, and how was the experience? Thank you for watching my YouTube channel, and see you next time. Bye bye.